I now invite Professor Rajiv Lochan Sir, Professor Sushmita Lakhani Ma'am, Dr. Pinkal Chaudhary Sir, and Mr. Pavan Raghuvanshi, Student Panchayat President, to join us for the ceremonial lighting of the lamp, symbolizing the commencement of our Foundation Day celebration. I would now like to request Professor Sushmita Lakhani ma'am to kindly felicitate our guest of honor, Professor Rajiv Lochan sir, with a shawl and a planter as a token of our respect, affection and appreciation. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Father. Professor Rajiv Lochan was the director of the National Gallery of Modern Art, New Delhi, for 16 years, from 2001 to 2016. A practicing artist, Professor Lochan graduated from the Faculty of Fine Arts, MS University, Baroda. He was a UP Lalit Kala Academy Cultural Scholar, 1978, and a National Scholar, 1980, of the Union Ministry of Education and Culture. He was also a recipient of the Japanese government's Monbusho Research Scholarship from 1985 to 87 and subsequently received the Japanese Government Research Fellowship in the year 1994. Later, he earned a senior fellowship of the Department of Culture under the Indian government's HRD ministry in the year 1997. Professor Lochan received the Sahitya Kala Parishad Award in the year 1998-99, followed by the National Academy Award in the year 2000. Professor Lochan was also awarded the Chevalier for Knighthood by the French government in the year 2014. He was conferred with D.Litt from Kyoto City University of Arts, Japan in the year 2015. And was also conferred the Lifetime Achievement Award in the field of art and culture by the Omani Art Academy, Sultanate of Oman in 2016. Professor Lochan has extensively lectured at several important universities and forums, both in India and abroad. He is an academician, having been associated with the faculties of Delhi University and Jamia Millia Islamia University, as well as with other important institutions like Mass Communication and Research in New Delhi. During Professor Lochan's decade-and-a-half stewardship, the NGMA was galvanized into action and mounted several very significant exhibitions from its permanent collection. During his tenure as director, the museum organized over 130 exhibitions, out of which more than 35 international exhibitions were organized under the Cultural Exchange Program with various countries, the most significant ones being of Picasso for the first time in this part of the world, of Guru Rabindranath Tagore's original works in 11 countries, celebrating Gurudev's 150th anniversary, and that of the British sculptor Anish Kapoor. Sir, we are truly honored to have you here with us. It is with great pleasure that I now invite our head MD, Professor Sushmita Lakhani ma'am, for presentation of annual report.
A very good morning to you. I am truly delighted to stand before you today to celebrate the 77th Foundation Day of our Central Institute of Education, CIE. A day that holds great significance in the history and tradition of our institution. It is a momentous that allows us to reflect on our past, celebrate our present achievements, and look forward to a promising future. On this nostalgic and special day, I would like to take the opportunity to welcome our chief guest, the Honorable Professor Rajiv Lochan, for the the National Gallery of Modern Art, New Delhi, and an eminent artist, educationist, academician, and an administrator par excellence. I would also like to take the honor of welcoming all our guests, our senior faculty members, dear colleagues, staff members, teachers from our basic experimental school, scholars and students who have joined today on this crisp winter morning. On the occasion of 77th Foundation Day, as a collective, we remember our journey from the humble origins of 1947, immediately after the independence of India, and reflect upon the institution's continent from a teacher preparation organization to a nurturing institution of teacher development and unending commitment to the excellence of CIE. At its inception, the Government of India envisioned CIE not just as a place to produce model teachers, rather it aimed to cultivate CIE into a center for learning and research, dedicated to the addressing the emerging educational challenges of the country. In 1979, CIE officially became a part of the University of Delhi as the Department of Education and continues to carry on unstoppable with its motto, Deep City Chale. For us, our foundation day is an opportunity to recharge our batteries as we celebrate the opportunity to unite with a larger community and well-wishers in view. Through its contributions in various committees and commissions over the years, and through the untiring teaching, learning synergy of its faculty members and students, CIE has been a constant source of creativity and knowledge, rooted in research on diverse themes touching human lives and society at large. It is only because of our commitment to academic rigor and maintenance of national standards that this year CIE transformed its traditional B.Ed and M.Ed programs from an annual mode to a semester mode. Further, with its intellectual curiosity and dedication to innovate with new frames of thought, the department has started with the first batch of students in the Integrated Teacher Education Program, that is ITEP, and taken ahead the vision of National Policy on Education 2020, radiating a culture of experiential learning, critical thinking, and research par excellence. To promote the academic changes and sustain the time-tested programs, the last 1 year has been a test of rejuvenating the physical and intellectual resources. Intellectually sharing with patients trust and grit, CIE strengthened its infrastructure with the financial support of our university, whereby major parts of its heritage complex got renovated, especially its roof, flooring, washrooms, and the drainage system. CIE was able to recruit 4 new professors and 3 associate professors. We welcome Professor Rajni Ranjan Singh, Professor Ravi Kumar, Professor Gaurav Rao, and Professor Ajit Kumar Patel, along with Dr. Sunita Singh, Dr. Anjali Shokin, and Dr. Amashri to our CIE family. I am happy to state that the process for more new recruitments across different teaching cadres and the time-bound promotions under the Career Advancement Scheme has been initiated by the department and is likely to be completed in the coming days, and we are very hopeful for the 100% rate. The department also saw the superannuation of Professor Shubhasika and remains indebted for her valuable and many contributions to CIE. This year, the CIE library added 391 new titles to its current stock of 93,871 books, 27 journals, and continues to give access to 730 e-journals through the Delhi University library system. This year, faculty members of our department have contributed to more than 25 research papers in the Scopus, Web of Sciences, and UTC Care listed journals. Apart from these, Dr. Sunita Singh is carrying out 2 research papers, 2 research projects supported by grants from the ICSSR and under the CIE branch of the University of Delhi. Professor Vandana Saxena, Professor Sandeep Kumar, Dr. Meenakshi Golik, Dr. Sunil Kumar, Dr. Twinkle R. Chaudhary, Mr. Ram Murthy Sharma, Dr. Raghu and I, and others have presented research papers in international and national congress in India and abroad. I also got the opportunity to showcase my paintings at Visual Arts Gallery, New Delhi. It is highly appreciated that faculty members continue to contribute in many fields beyond their academic commitments in CIE. This year, Professor Pankaj Arora, our former head and dean, has gone on deputation and joined at the prestigious post of chairperson of the National Council of Teachers. And yet more, and also the National Institute of Open Schooling, that is NIOS. Professor Harit Gandhi continues to strengthen the admission process of our university as the Dean Admissions, while Professor Judy Sharma continues to contribute as the Joint Director of the Institute of Lifelong Learning. Professor Neera Naran, Professor Ritubala, Professor Ashish Ranjan, Dr. M. Rajendran, Dr. Sunil Kumar, Dr. Sunita Singh, and Dr. Shweta Gupta continue to contribute at the administrative positions of provost, wardens, and resident tutors in the different hostels of our university system. Faculty members continue to contribute to many significant academic and administrative bodies in different roles outside CIE. Professor Vandana Saxena has been assigned with the responsibility of chairperson of Motilal Nehru College, Professor Rajni Ranjan as member governing body, Ramanujan College, and Professor Praveen Kumar Tiwari as member governing body, Deshbandhu College. Professor Rajni Ranjan Singh and Professor Praveen Tiwari are contributing as members on national level committees of the NCTE. This year also saw a change in our assistant registrar as the long experienced Mr. Giridharan Som joined the department. He joined the department in place of outgoing AR Mr. Girish Kumar. The department acknowledges his perseverance and commitment to work. It is heartening to share that 21 PhD theses and 11 MPhil dissertations were awarded this year. The department attracts research scholars from different states of India and abroad. Currently, we are processing the PhD admissions for this academic year. We have 216 research scholars engaging with diverse themes in the larger social context. Currently, a total number of 8 foreign scholars are engaged in research at the department. Our students have been in the heart and soul of the institution. Their enthusiasm for learning multiple perspectives and honesty in academic pursuits add to the richness of our academic community. This year, Ms. Fatima Tanveer topped in the BA final exams. And Ms. Deepika Gupta topped in the MA final exams. As torchbearers of knowledge, currently 251 students are pursuing their studies in the 2-year BA program, 126 students in the 2-year MA program, and 51 in the ITEC. As agents of constructive change, the CIE Panchayat was duly elected. The members were blessed by the former Panchayat President and present Vice Chancellor of Delhi Teachers University, Professor Dhananjay Joshi, in a well-attended program titled Abhyuday. In spite of limited space and resources, the Shri Bhavan and Shakti Bhavan hostels provide a home away from home to its residents. The CIE Alumni Association remains a strong pillar of our academic journey. It organized the popular Basu Memorial Lecture in February 2024. The CIE Basic Experimental School has been an integral part of our institution. We take pride in the accomplishments of its teachers and students. The teacher engaged with innovative pedagogical strategies and students continue to engage in various activities with joy and confidence. At the zonal level, these students have also excelled in many academic and sports. While rooted in the Indian context, the department is committed to the internationalization of education. Throughout the year, the department organized enriching forums for the exchange of ideas through its weekly PhD, colloquium, seminars and lectures by educators from countries like the United States, Russia and Australia. The annual Manranjan program provided opportunities to the students in the post-scholastic areas through the organization of the sports, Bal Mila and Housewives cultural program of songs, dances and play. Remembering John Dewey's words that education is not just preparation for life, education is life itself, and coming from an art education background, I stand confident of our achievements and remain positive and hopeful amidst a year of transition and transformation. As we all look forward to hear from our Honorable Chief Guest, Professor Rajiv Lochhanji, I would like to congratulate everyone once again on the 77th Foundation Day of CIE and let this day bring new opportunities and new beginnings to all in our inspiring institution. May the flame of knowledge shine brighter in your lives and within those whose lives you touch. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Surinder ji to play the flute. I now invite Professor Rajiv Lochhanji sir to deliver the Foundation Day address and raise the occasion.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Distinguished members of the staff, including those who superannuated crisply. I'm indeed honored and delighted to be here. I've been here earlier, but this is a very special day for me because I see her on the seat. She's the one who invited me. I don't quite recall when she was with me when I was in January. But it's wonderful to be here. But she purposely asked me to speak on creative expression and its essence in life and art. And I'm here, and this premier institution is devoted to education. I forgot to thank our friend who made my CV. Thank you for that generous CV, which was longer than what I had actually shared with them. So thank you for that research. I usually don't like long CVs to be read, therefore I have offered the shortest one, because I think that's not important. Future is important. I have purposely chosen to show you a particular film brought, done by the Doordarshan as part of the Tagore's 150th celebration in the country, and which I had the privilege of organizing at 11 prestigious museums all over the world. The reason why I have chosen this is essentially because a role as an epitome of non-formal education, and especially in a place like this that has so many diverse areas of how they need to come together to contribute to life. So before I actually try and sum up all the sets that I wish to place before you let's watch this film carefully, and then I will come back with my input. Let's see how long I last.
These and many other faces, landscapes, fantastic forms will hold you in their thrall, and the exhibition, The Master Strokes, Art of Rabindranath Tagore, mounted by the NGMA to celebrate the cultural icon's 150th birth anniversary. I think only painting has a timeless quality. How right he was. But it is not only his painting that has not stayed over the years. His writing, his ideas, his music still have contemporary relevance. Indeed, Rabindranath has left behind a dynamic cultural legacy. Artist, writer, aesthetician, Professor K.G. Subramanian once wrote, "If Gandhi is the embodiment of the country's national resurgence, Tagore, poet, playwright, novelist, songwriter, musician, theorist, educationist, and finally, painter, personified its cultural ethos, with roots in an age-old heritage, but reaching forward to a limitless future." The comparison was well chosen. While there were many ups and downs in Gandhi and Rabindranath's relationship, the two men shared a close friendship and respect for each other. It was Rabindranath who addressed Gandhi as Mahatma, and Gandhi called him Guru. In 1932, Gandhi broke his fast unto death at Yerbasari in Rabindranath's presence. Rabindranath's song, Acta Cholore, became a famous song for the Mahatma. Rabindranath Tagore, the multifaceted genius, was born in 1861 into an elite family in Kolkata. The youngest son of Maharishi Rabindranath Tagore, a leading light of the reformist Brahmo Samaj, Rabindranath was raised in a fertile cultural milieu that was a part of his family tradition. Although averse to formal education, he grew up learning music, painting, participating in creative and intellectual discussions, writing for family-edited magazines, performing in family cultural events. He began writing poetry while still in his teens. Rabindranath's famous collection of poems, Gitanjali, was published in 1910 and was soon translated into English. became a mantra for generations of Indians. He eventually won Rabindranath the Nobel Prize for Literature. He was the first Asian to win this prize. Although Rabindranath began traveling abroad while he was a very young man, it was between 1912 and 1930 that he began traveling extensively all over the world. During these travels, he made many friends and established close acquaintanceships with leading intellectuals of the world, such as Romain Rolland, Bertrand Russell, Albert Einstein, W.B. Yeats, and many others with whom he exchanged ideas on civilizational developments. As a novelist, Rabindranath explored the complexities of the human character, but he also probed larger social and political issues. Consider Jokhe Bali, written in 1902, in which he wrote about the women passions and the breaking of taboos, but also focused on the hotly debated issue of widow remarriage. By 1910, when he wrote Gora, he was examining issues of national and religious identity. Gora. His disapproval of constricting and divisive forces of narrow nationalism, as opposed to a broad humanism, was becoming manifest in his thoughts. His condemnation of the militant revolutionary movement that had emerged in Bengal found echoes in his writing when he penned Goribaya in 1916. Nevertheless, his protest against the brutal British shooting of innocent citizens at Jalalabad in 1919 prompted him to renounce the knighthood awarded to him by the British. While Rabindranath has been criticized for his wordy, slow-moving novels, great film directors turned to his works for their film scripts. Satyajit Ray made a film from Goribaya and adapted the short story Noshtrani into Chalala. Ratan Sinha made Kabuliwala, Judith Pasha, and Aditi from Rabindranath's eponymous short stories.
ছেলেটিকে একটু যত্ন করবে, ভালো করে একটু খাওয়ায়, তাও সেদিকে খেয়াল নিয়ে চালুর সামনে এত বেশি যত্ন করতে যেও না, মনে হচ্ছে ভালো। হ্যাঁ, চালু করতে তুমি কিরকম হচ্ছে?
There is a bottle of course named Jokhe Bali to a girl. There are many such instances.